Welcome back to Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Eli, would you live life differently if you knew you had one respawn?
I can't say that I would. I think it would be nice to have a respawn in the sense of if I was dying or died, I would just be able to magically come back to life and okay. But I don't think I would because I don't think I'd take that many risks. And I think the only reason to live life any differently would be if you wanted to like jump out of a plane or something. Now you could maybe do it because you have less to live for. And so in that sense, maybe if there was like if somebody was in a burning building or something and I needed to go in, I needed to really put my life on the line, I would feel better about doing it. And I'd probably feel more safe and secure knowing that I couldn't die the first time. But I don't think I'd live it too differently.
Oh, I would for sure. As the great Nelson Mandela once said, a life without risk is not worth living. But yeah, living was the term there. But I try to live that way anyway. But there are certain parameters that you have to worry about because you don't want to die. But if I know I have one little fuck up, then maybe I'd try a little bit harder. You go out on a New York apartment one night and you play with your buddies. You play apartment parkour, assuming your buddies had the the ability
really?
to.
That's your first move, apartment parkour on a New York high rise. Jones, here's the thing. Here's what you're not thinking about, and this is why you would probably die faster than if you had the one respawn and I did it. You'd probably still die faster than me, and the reason is you only get one respawn. And you're not a cat. You don't have 9 lives. You don't have infinite. And so if you go out there and live any differently, you're just gonna hit that respawn on day 2, doing fucking New York apartment high skyrise diving or whatever, and now you're just back to being normal, back to regular life. And so there's just no like. Come on. The only reason to have a respawn is if you're going to just keep living normally and use it as a safety net or as a backup. If you're going to change your whole lifestyle and start jumping off of buildings like you're talking about, that's just, you're going to die.
No, you're right. That would be pretty depressing because then I'd have to go back to the regular lifestyle probably in like 2 days. But then it's more like, oh, I had a nice little siesta. I tried something new in my life. I can blog about it or, whatever the moms do these days.
Do you remember like what death felt like and stuff?
Of course you do. Well, what death felt like? I don't think you feel death. Like,
so you just die. The second you die, you're just like woken up. Like it's like Groundhog Day.
Right. It's like
full
Minecraft. I don't know. Whatever game you just respawn instantly in. Like it's like death back, and you're back in your spawn point, like your bed, and then you just keep going.
So you're saying the events that led to your death have never existed, or are they just taken away now, or what?
No, they've existed. Everything happened as it did, but you're just back.
So what if you have what if you die of like a deathly disease? Now you're just back on day 99.
You're back without the disease. But I think what's a little awkward though is like probably not everybody knows that you have this ability, but they also do know that you die the first time because like think about it in a video game, somebody dies and then you know that they respawn. So I guess you would have to communicate to people like, hey, I do have a respawn, so when you hear about me dying for the first time at least, don't be too sad about it because I'll be right back with you.
Would you not be immediately sent to some military facility somewhere in the middle of like Nevada and like put under testing or something? Because dude, if the government could harness this respawn ability, the army would be insane.
Oh, the army would be overpowered. 10 people get mowed down and then they're right back. Yeah. I think that's always what these questions come to. I feel like we've had this debate so many times. Like, are you going to end up like 11 in a lab getting tested on? And I think I'm just going to really cover up my death. Like, you can't have too public of a death. Like, you can't jump off the Empire State Building just for the hell of it and then start living another life.
Well, this is why I worry about you specifically. Is being like, the high-rise parkour. Oh, that's going to be front paper news. That like
front paper news.
Dude, if 4 kids died doing apartment high dive parkour, whatever the fuck you call it, that's probably going to be on some sort of page.
Oh, it would be late at night. Nobody would have any idea about it. And it wouldn't be like...
Someone's just going in the morning, getting their morning bagel, and they just see 3 dead bodies on the ground, and then just one not there. And, well...
No.
I guess 3 kids died, and then they'd be like, wasn't there a 4th of CCTV? Like, it'd be like...
No, listen. Listen. Oh, my gosh. I told you I wouldn't do that if my friends were also not having the respawn. I'm not going to be like, hey guys, let's do apartment parkour and all risk our lives. Actually, I have another life and I'm not going to tell you. Like, come on now.
But if you really hated somebody and wanted to see them you could do that and just take one for the team.
No,
your morals are above that.
I couldn't stomach it. If I was going to kill somebody, I'd have to kill somebody to their face. That's just not right.
It is rude to kill somebody behind their back. That's not right. My thing here also is, I think if you get Respawn, people are automatically going to look at you as some sort of prophetic figure. If you're the guy who's come back from the dead, no matter how much you try to cover that up, dude, people are going to know, and people are going to be talking about it. Oh my God, did you ever the guy who came back from the dead? Like, you're not going to be able to get away with this for very long.
People might start calling me Jesus instead of Jones. This has been Give Me 5 with the Jones and Eli. Remember to follow us on Instagram and at TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave us a comment. Suggest our next pod topic. We want to do your pod topics. Eli, thanks for talking.
It was a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.